ॐ स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः. A devotee is singing. Sri Ramakrishna had sat for food. He overhears singing and he is in samadhi. We saw how the Kundalini awakens, how it reaches, what is the vision that they get in the heart, the Prakriti Tattva, Jiva Tattva and Shiva Tattva, all that we discussed in our last class. And we see here Sri Ramakrishna entering into Samadhi Sthiti, whole body becoming still, and in that Samadhi Sthiti, the whole Kumbhaka may form, that is no more. Breathing also has stopped, or he may be breathing extremely feeble, that neither he knows nor others can find it out. Such a feeble. And we saw in Samadhi, the oxygen necessity will be very minimum because nature has taken the charge of the whole body, bodily existence and life is being sustained by the nature. Just like when we are asleep, nature takes the charge of the bodily existence, continuous life. There it is. In Samadhi, the same participation of nature is there with a higher understanding, higher participation of nature. Nature takes all the responsibility of a jiva who is in Samadhi. There neither oxygen is necessary nor food is necessary. The Sri Ramakrishna was in Nirvikalpa for 6 months. Someone used to come. Some sadhu used to come, beat him, bring him to the normal, push some food in the mouth and go. So there is neither food necessary nor oxygen necessary. It is maintained by nature, for it remains only for the welfare of the world. It is a part of nature. Nature is taking care of herself as if to do. Now we see his hands have become, the whole body has become still. His hand remained touching the plate of food. He was eating food, and immediately hearing the song he went. He could not take food. He could eat no more. After a long time, his mind came down partially to the plane of sense world. It is able to, just like little by little awareness of the external world comes. It takes little time to understand where am I coming down. From the Samadhi Sthiti, when he comes down, that joy, that freedom, absolute freedom, that love absolute, peace absolute, bliss absolute continues as if it is hanging over, is continuing. And is able to perceive the external world. And he could eat no more. Partially came down to the sense world. He said, I want to go downstairs, because singing is going on there. A devotee led him down very carefully, because they won't be in their own bodily stability, won't be there. Because of the ecstatic state, the body becomes dilated. Just like when we put some medicine to check eyes, we see eyes getting dilated. If you put high light, powerful light also, it doesn't shrink down. There is no movements. Like that, the body becomes dilated. It cannot balance properly. Still, in an abstracted mood, He sat near the singer. The song had ended. The master said to him very humbly, "Sir, I want to hear the chanting of mother's name again." It is his life. Mother is his existence. Mother is his life. Mother is what is driving him to take care of the world and give whatever he wanted as the Lord of the universe. Looking at the world, he wanted to give, to save the millions of jivas through which he himself has manifested his consciousness as individual consciousness. All jivas together become the Vishwa. The Vishwa Chaitanya is some of the Vyashti Chaitanyas. All together is Ishvara. Then he wanted to hear once more the mother's name. Musician sang. The whole song is repeated. Master again went into Samadhi. He went into Samadhi again. Went into ecstasy. February 25th, 1883. February 18th, 1883, we are now February 25th. The previous incident happened in 18th February 1883 at Govind Mukherjee's house. And now we are in the 25th February 1883. After his noon meal, the master conversed with the devotees. Ram, Kedar, Nitigopal, M. and others have arrived from Calcutta. Rakal, Harish, Latu and Hazra were living with master. Rakal, Harish, Latu and Hazra were living with master. Mr. Chaudhary, who had 3 or 4 university degrees and was a government officer, was also present. Mr. Chaudhary. He had recently lost his wife and had visited the master several times for peace of mind. How we get attached to things. We think the things of the world as my own. And nothing belongs to me here in this world. That awareness slowly dissolves away. Each of the objects are possessed of the world, including the child I give birth, is also belongs to nature. Every mother or father thinks a child to be his own property, as if whatever he has got, his possession, as his, and nobody can touch it, nobody can take it away. But nothing belongs to me, including this bodily existence. Everything belongs to nature and God. They are its Lord and the owners. They can take away anything, anytime. Name, fame, possessions, wealth, property, relations, relatives, all go away one day. We are always, even when we are with the body and with all our things and possessions, still we are alone, because nothing belongs to me here. God alone, only thing that belongs to an individual is God and God alone. But even that is the only thing which we miss, to tell God is mine. God alone is mine, but even we are not aware of God being mine. In reality, God alone is mine. Nothing is mine. But exactly opposite man thinks, all this is mine, and is not aware of the God's presence. So he had lost his wife, because we say prana, energy. energy. There is a living energy. The Pancha Pranas, generally when we say prana, it is energy. Energy in a living body, which is, there are two aspects of pranas in living body. We can say three aspects. One is common pranas, which makes the living in the world possible. Another prana is there, which I hold on to certain things to continue my life. This holding on to certain things, by which I have my whole life I have made it as if my adhara of life. This is another energy within me, prana, which is within me, is trying to identify with that object as myself. It can be a child, it can be wife, it can be husband, it can be property, wealth, and all. I am making it as if I am a part of it and it is a part of me, inseparable, as if it is binding an object which belongs to the world and nature, which is I am not, but I am binding with an energy. I am holding it as myself. This is another prana. There is the third prana. First prana is, my life in the world is continuing. I go earn, eat, drink, sleep. All this is one aspect of energy, common energy. Either we call it Samanya Prana or Nitya Prana. Samanya Prana. It's common to all lives. But nothing keeps something as mine, identifying without being able to separate, except a mother in any species to its child when it is not able to move yet. Given birth, then a few days, suppose there is a deer. Deer has given birth to its small offsprings till they are able to stand up and move about. We see a bitch giving birth to small puppies. Till they are able to take care of themselves, it doesn't want anything, any other animal or even fly to come near it. After birth, it will be taking care as if it is inseparable part. But the moment it is able to move, this totally disconnects from its existence. In human, it is not done. He holds on till the last death and beyond also. That tendency within remains off. So this hold is a hold of a prana. This is a prana of attachment, bondage. Another prana is there, which is Mukhya Prana, which is going to release the soul from all bonds. When it awakens, that prana awakens, we see him realizing God. Intense longing to see God appears. That prana, Mukhya Prana awakens. This is this prana which says my wife and holds on to that which is not myself as a part of myself. That's why that pranas, the energy, as if he's going to die himself. I am going to die away without my wife. Somebody has wealth. The day he understands that wealth has gone, his body also falls off. To that extent, they hold on. This is one thing that we see. Sri Ramakrishna is here. He had recently lost his wife and visited the master several times for peace of mind. How does these saintly people bring peace there. One is they have to slowly make them understand all this is passing events. Nothing belongs to you. One, give wisdom. Slowly build up a reality. Face the realities of life. So these realities is presented through wisdom. This is awakening the wisdom. It is within, it was covered by the presence. And it has gone away. It is suffering. And that inner wisdom has to be awakened. This is one thing. The other thing is simultaneously awaken the spiritual consciousness. Two important aspects to one is how to awaken the wisdom, and we see in Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna has fallen flat in the war field. All these Gandivam samsrute hastat tvachaiva paridayate, all that state has collapsed, practically collapsed. He says, I am not able to stand even. Gandiva itself is falling off from my hand. He is in despondency. When despondency possesses a jiva, utter disgust, utter helpless condition, then Krishna does this act of giving proper knowledge, wisdom, awakening wisdom, and awaken the spiritual consciousness. First thing he begins is the Advaitic, Nainam Chindanti Shastrani. What for are you weeping? Who for your... you are not this body at all with which you are covered. It is like one child going to school. Something falls on the cloth and that stain, it stains the cloth which can never be removed. This child starts weeping. Oh, my cloth is gone, gone, gone. And she washes, does everything in the school, it doesn't go. She is afraid, she is worried, she is pained, and she comes to home and starts weeping. Mother, my cloth has gone. Mother says, no, there are other clothes for you, don't worry. If this one goes away, I will do one thing. I will color your whole cloth in a new color, of the same color. You get a new colored cloth, and also you have your own school uniform, which is, you have many more. You are not that cloth you are wearing. We can change it. Like that body, you are wearing a body. You are not that body. You are wearing, why are you identifying with that body? With that, he is awakening the spiritual consciousness and giving the wisdom. So they come to saints, and when it is unbearable, the error, where we made error, is to take something which is not mine as mine and become intimate with it, and having the grip of the prana, binding it to myself as my part and parcel of my own existence. This is where we made the mistake. We are free. We are Purna within. Why do we? Because we don't find that Purnatva within ourselves. We try to hold on to certain things to make me give a false understanding of Purnatva by holding on to things around. If we can leave that and turn inward, we see I am Purna. Not only I am Purna, I can give that Purnatva to others. So, Master, to Ram and others, devotee like Rakhal, Narendra and Bhavanath, may be called Nitya Siddha. Rakal, Narendra and Bhavanath may be called Nitya Siddhas. Their spiritual consciousness has been awake since their very birth. They assume human bodies only to impart spiritual illumination to others. Nitya Siddhas. We see in scriptures, these Nitya Siddhas, they are eternally perfect. After attaining perfection, they move about in the world with lot of times through long period to experience what they have in the every aspect of life and in others. To experience, I experience God in Samadhi. Can I bring it to the normal level of consciousness to be aware at all times, including in dream, deep sleep, and all levels of consciousness? Can I make it, that realization, a part of my own being? To realize also, now I see a house. I got vision of God. It's like seeing a house. I attained God is like I owning the house. I purchase it and it is in my name. I own it. This is the Siddhas. He has attained God. Anytime he can go to God and be calling God, he is there with him. This is Siddha Sthiti. And you entered into the house. You owned it, but every aspect of house you don't know. You enter into it. Where is what? Where is bathroom? Where is bedroom? Where is things? What are things there inside? What are the, in kitchen what are the things? In bedroom what are the things? All these complete details, how can I utilize? How can I make others utilize? What are things these things are coming for? All this, can I have that realization of owning with every aspect of things in the house? Suppose when I bought a house, the house as it is with all property is given away. Some apple was there, some fruits were there. One day it's going to rot away. Can I find that oneness with all the things? I own this with all things, or only with the house? This becomes yes, I feel my thing as mine. I am the owner of this at all times. Like that realization of God, realization must be through and through at all levels, including sleep and deep sleep levels of existence. I am not one with God at all levels of, all the higher levels of consciousness. The Samadhi Sthitis, various Samadhi Sthitis, various aspects of God, I am becoming one. But I am one with God. At gross, when we come down from the Samadhi Sthiti to Vyuthana Sthiti, I must be able to experience this world as God. In dream, when I see dream world, I must be able to see it. Oh, this I am in dream. I am a witness of dream, and this dream is also God. I associate with every aspect of my life and existence. So then it is called Nitya Siddha. At all times, in all places, his realization remains illumined. So these Nitya Siddhas remain in the universe at all times. When universe dissolves, these Nitya Siddhas go and live in the trans-relative existence, which is a space between the absolute and relative. This is the cushion between the relative and transcendental. In this, these people go and live, and waiting for after the creation ends, when the whole universe dissolves, they remain in the trans-relative existence. When the creation comes back again, they jump into to give the information of the realization and existence of God to people. Because I come maximum to the waking state and sleep again. All jivas who come, who will give them knowledge? So these Nityasiddhas are there to jump into the world as soon as the creation again appears, to give that knowledge and wisdom to all these people. Oh, there is God. Look here. This is the path to God. It is eternal bliss, absolute. Here there is momentary pleasures of senses associated with unending pain and bondage. There is free from bondage. There is free from all sufferings. And there is eternal life, eternal. Go there, to show that path and may inform them of the existence of the transcendental reality. They remain in the world as Nityasiddhas as long as the world exists, and again go and again come when the world, universe dissolves and appears again. These are called Nityasiddhas. And Sri Ramakrishna says, these people, Naren and all, devotees like Rakhal, Narendra, Bhavanath may be called as Nityasiddhas. Look at their status, spiritual status. Do you know? Their spiritual consciousness has been awake since their very birth. Spiritual consciousness. How much of sadhana man makes to awaken the spiritual consciousness. We are worldly conscious. We are born with the worldly consciousness and grip on the world. I want this, I want that. A child born, a 2 years old child, wholly all objects of the world. The whole is holding on to the world. It knows only world. In its consciousness there is only world. No awareness of God at all. The whole thing is as if erased away. And this world, and wake up, run, try to get here, there, weep for things, and acquire, eat, enjoy, and sleep. This is the worldly awareness, worldly consciousness. All beings are born with worldly awareness. But these people are born with spiritual consciousness, has been awakened since their very birth. They assume human bodies only to impart spiritual illumination to others. They assume human bodies. There is no necessity. They are purna. They need not come down also. They assume human bodies only to impart illumination to others. This is what we see. The saints are born again and again just to give that knowledge to us. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.